Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. I'm Andromeda Tarot. I hope your day is going well so far. In today's reading, we're going to look into everything you need to know about your month of December, the last month of 2023. What can you expect in regard of your money, in regard of your career, as well as your love life and social life. In today's reading, we have three piles. So pile one with the aspirant or the peach adventurine, pile two with the witch or the citrine, and pile three with the catalyst or the moonstone. I will give you some time to look at the piles and let your intuition guide you to choose your own. Please feel free to stop the video if you need more time, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello pile one, welcome back. If you chose the peach adventurine or the aspirant card, then this is your reading. First off, I wanted to show you the cards. By the way, this is a new deck for me. I just got it today and I couldn't resist the urge of already playing with it. So we have my dog barking. I'm sorry. It seems that they wanted to be in your reading. So yeah, the first one is the aspirant. Look how beautiful this is. It says ambition, diligence, and setbacks. And you also have the hunter with sure-footedness and predestination. These are the two cards you have as an overall of your month of December, sorry. So right away, I can tell that in December, you're gonna be really not motivated. There is another term that I'm looking for that I just had and left as soon as it came in my mind, which is like when you do not have motivation, you need dedication. Still is not the right term, but I'm really not remembering what I had in mind. But it does feel like you're gonna be really focused on something in December. You're gonna be really pushing through it. So you might not have a lot of motivation for doing certain things, or for, let's say in December, you might have to go see some family members or people you actually don't really get along with, but you're gonna push through it because you love your partner, because you love your family or a member of your family, because you have to, etc., etc. That's just an example. But it does feel to me that in December, you're showing resilience in a way. That's what I'm feeling. Dedication, focus, as if you kind of have a steady pace towards something. But yeah, I just had to say. So your month is divided into three. So we're gonna look into your career. What can you expect? Then your finances. These two can be linked together. So I might talk about both in each file. And then we're gonna end up finishing your reading with your social/love life. We're gonna also look into your social life, but if I feel like the message is about love, then I'm gonna specify it. So without further ado, we're going to start with your career. So for your tarot, you have the Emperor. I did not look at your cards. I shuffled and did not look at them. So I'm quite surprised, but in a good way, to see the Emperor with everything I just said. Oh, the Empress. Oh, yeah. It's like there's an expression that people who speak English have. It's like taking is it like the bull by its horns, or I don't really know. I don't really remember, but there's something like, I feel like this is you about your career in next month. We also have the Three of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, like the Emperor give me the vibe of what I just had with the two cards at the beginning, which is really like you're going to be focused, you're going to be dedicated, you're going to be head on about something, you're going to pushing through it. I do hear the She's All That. I think it's a movie, if I'm not mistaken. It could also be Is All That. I know that recently they remake the She's All That movie into Is All That. Well, know that that's what I'm hearing. So maybe the movie is significant for someone, but mostly the term of She's All That / Is All That, in a sense of you can accomplish anything. I really feel like this is strongly something that will relate to you about your work life next month. There might have been some, I'm hearing setbacks. I don't know if it's the right term, so I'm sorry if it's not the case, but there might have been some things going into your way in regards of something that you're doing at work in the past few months. But in December, it feels like something is resolving. You're finally getting the key to opening a door in a way. Some of you might be leaving something behind. Some of you might be changing job, although that's not really what I'm feeling for most of you, if I'm being honest. It does feel like you're gonna be really motivated to finish a task, to finish something before the end of the year. I have this feeling that you want to kind of like end up a chapter or finish a book, and then mostly the chapter of like you want to finish this chapter in order to move to the next, or finish this book in order to start a new one. It does feel like that. Also, I see that your work is paying off. You're probably gonna celebrate something about your work. Maybe some of you, you're finally getting the job that you wanted. You're finally getting a new, what's this called? Not a new place, a new title, maybe maybe something is added to your work or something. That there is definitely something for a lot of you to be celebrated about your work. You could be celebrated at your work for everything you've done for the company you're working with. Maybe it's your employees if you're somebody who owns a company. But there's definitely celebration in regards of your work with the Three of Cups. 333 could be significant with the Empress here, with the Three of Cups. And forget the 5, but there's still 3 again. So this might be a number that you're seeing a lot, or that you will see a lot in December. So you might want to pay attention to this and see what that means for you. Also with the 3, no, sorry, I'm getting, not the trees. We can move on from the trees now. With the 8 of Cups, I'm feeling something like you're working so hard that some of you might not see something that could be going on, something that could be new for you. Kind of like for some of you could be being avoidant of something, but I does feel mainly like there is something in the background that you're not seeing because you're focused on something else. So that could be different from one person to another, but just know that it's there. We'll see your finances. Like I said, they're clearly linked with your work life. So I might talk again about your work life. For now, I'm gonna put this one here. So in your finances, you have the Knight of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords. You might be worrying a lot about your finances for some of you, or you have been. The 2 of Wands and the Fool. Yeah, there's definitely this new energy coming in about your finances. There's this heaviness about them too, especially with the swords here, the anxiety, the worrying, you're probably calculating if everything would add up, if everything would fit into your budget, anything like that. And for some of you, that might be because of Christmas, that might be because of the holidays and the gifts and the parties and going out with friends, going out with family, especially if you're going into restaurants and things like that. So that might be what causes this anxiety and this worrying for a lot of you. Also, I cannot let go of this possibility that it can be something that you always feel about money. But for a lot of you, with the Knight of Pentacles and the two other cards that you have, and meaning the Fool and the Two of Wands, it does feel like there is this opportunity of having something new, of jumping into something new, like having a new opportunity. Since I've a little bit talked about it in your career, there might have been like an upgrade of some kind for you. So this might be what helped you out in regard of your finances for December. You might take a chance about something. Maybe disregard somebody. The Knight of Pentacles could represent a new person coming in to help you out, and you're taking a chance. Maybe it's not something that you normally do. It's not somebody that you think that you can trust or something like that, but you're taking a leap of faith and see where it leads. But I have to say that the setbacks in this card could definitely be money for you in December. Yeah, the ends makes me think of the word generosity. I feel like you're somebody who's very generous, and maybe some of you, one of your love language for others is, I'm hearing act of service, but also gift giving. So the holidays might be, yes, something stressful, but also something that you like in a sense that you might be someone who loves to giving gift to other people, to your family, to your friends, to your kids if you have them, to your partner, etc. So you might be the type of person who is even good at giving gifts. I'm kind of like pulled towards those sensations, not those sensations, but it does feel like I need to talk about it. So I'm sorry if you do not resonate with this part, but it does feel like you might be someone who's good at giving gifts that are very personal to somebody else, to the person receiving that gift on the other end. And that's why you're loved, yeah, by the people surrounding you, if you're like that. So it might be, if you're not able to give the gift that you want, or it might feel like you're not able to show them how much you appreciate these people. But if that's the case, know that these people will love you either way. You do not have to put yourself in trouble or in debt for Christmas or for any other occasion that requires gift. But you do feel like somebody who's generous, and you might be too generous. So maybe some of you need to hear that and to slow down about how much you're spending for the holidays, because you might regret it. So the Fool here, this leaping into something, into the unknown, could be kind of like a double-edged sword, in the sense that for some of you it could be something good because you thought about it, but for others it could be getting into trouble later on because you did not really calculate, you did not really think about it, you just went with it and thought, yeah, it's gonna be fine, and it's not fine. So it might be very specific. I'm sorry if I feel like I'm ranting about it, but that's what I'm having. So I said what I said, that's what I needed to say, that's what I'm having. Just know that it's there. So yeah, overall, be cautious about your money. If you're thinking of accepting a helping hand, be sure to know who that person is and everything that goes with that person, or the help. And also, you can accept help. I know that there is a lot of about generosity here with the ends, but also accepting help from your family or from someone is coming back again. So this might be something you need to hear. Okay, now for your social life / your love life, if it comes. I'm just gonna move this one here. And I don't really like them there because it kind of throws the vibe off, I feel like, but yeah, anyway. So we have the Nine of Cups. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And Strength. You might be more vulnerable in December. This might be a more vulnerable time for you, not only for the reason that I gave you with what I was getting in your finances. It could be that, and also the fact that maybe some of you lost somebody around Christmas last year or before. It could simply be melancholia, or honestly any other thing. But it does feel like maybe the Christmas season, December in general, makes you more vulnerable. We have 7-7. This one looked like a 7, but it's actually 8. So 7-7-7 could be significant. Maybe you're born on the 7th of December or on the 7th month, or it might be significant, it might not be, and it's okay, but just know that it's here. The Nine of Cups and also the Seven of Pentacles makes you feel like some of you might have been waiting, and I mean cultivating. It kind of like the imagery of planting a seed and then watching it grow, as this one is doing. So you might have been putting efforts or attention or your energy into a friendship or a relationship for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, or maybe some of you for longer, and you're expecting it to blossom in December, in the Christmas season, and it might not happen. That's what I'm getting right now. I'm sorry if it's not something you want to hear. Obviously it's a general reading, so I might, but it does feel like you're still on standby in December about this. For some of you, it might have been that you wished for a relationship in the next year, which means, what I mean by that is, for some of you, it might be that in 2022, your wish for the year of 2023 was to find a partner, was to find your equal, or and you're still waiting. You're still waiting mode. Whatever the case is, the word that I just mentioned, waiting mode, is significant here in regard of your social and love life. I'm hearing that some of you look too independent, too sure of yourself, and you might think, how is this even possible, to be too sure of oneself or to appear too independent? But with the Nine of Cups and the Untitled cards, I do feel like from an exterior point of view, people can be intimidated by you, can feel like you already have everything you need, there's nothing I can offer you, and you're intimidated for me in that reason, in that case. So there is this feeling, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, because I'm saying that because it's still linked with you're waiting for someone, you're waiting for something. So it might be why you're still waiting. You can appear closed off sometimes, and that might be why you're changing your tactics, or you should, if you did not plan to do this, and be more open, more vulnerable. Also could be very specific, but with this one here, I feel like on the other end, for some people, you look like you have too much on your shoulder, you have too much on your plate, and they will be a burden to you rather than somebody that, not that can be by your side, but that's what I'm getting, to be honest. Rather than someone who can ease off the weight, or ease off how you're feeling about certain things. There is this feeling that someone here or people around you feel like they cannot be enough to help you, and rather they add to what's wrong instead of helping you. And that's not your fault. I have to admit that what I'm saying can be taking the wrong way, in the sense that you can feel like, well, if other people feel that way, then I must be wrong, there must be something wrong with me. what other people feel about you is not your problem if you're not hurting them. Like if you're not saying some things to hurt them, if you're not doing things to hurt them, how they perceive you is not your problem. What they think or feel about you is not your problem. You're not responsible for how other people feel about you and anything else. This must be clear. So if you want others to see you a different way, then sure, you can change. But make sure that you want to change for yourself and not going into this mode of people pleasing in order to attract people that you want in your life. But yeah, I just needed to clarify that. Honestly, with the Seven of Pentacles, but even with the Nine of Cups and the Anther, I have to say, like, what I'm hearing right now, what I just heard is you have time. There's no rush. You can still, it doesn't have to blossom. It doesn't have to change in an instant, in a moment. It doesn't have to grow one night and you wake up the next morning and everything changed. So if you feel like things are not where you want them to be in your social life and your love life, specifically for some, then know that it's supposed to be that way now. Like there might be a work that you're doing as you're on this journey by yourself, and it's not over. And there's no rush. You definitely have a strong personality. At least you're perceived that way with the Anther. That's what I'm getting. Again, there's something about being focused. When you want something, you make sure to get it. And when you have your eyes on something, this something will be yours. So that might be why you're expecting something to blossom, something to change, because you have your eyes on something or someone, probably, maybe for some. And some of you, I hear like someone say like, oh my god, I just lost it again. Why can I not remember things that pass in my mind today? But I basically heard someone say like, are you blind? Can you not see that I'm interested? I'm sending you sign. So that might be extremely specific, but that's what I heard. But yeah, but also there's no rush. So if you have your eyes on somebody specific or on something specific in this sphere of your life, and you're like, why is it not moving? Why is it not going anywhere? It's supposed to by now. That's probably the fact that because it's not supposed to right now. Especially if it's somebody else, you should respect their own sense of timing. But yeah, there's no rush. You're going to be fine, pal one. And don't be scared to be more vulnerable, especially with the people you already know, especially with your close friends or your close family. I think you could I think personally, as a person, you could benefit from going down that direction, especially if you're used of seeming like you have everything in control and that everything is fine and everything is great and everything is perfect. Especially if you fall into this category, I think it can help you to let your guard down in December. And it could help you find the right people to have a way back into your life, or new people, if I must not decide, but clarify. Yeah, if I must clarify, if you want the new people, the right people, then it might help. So, part one, this is everything I have for you in regards of your reading for your month of December. I hope you liked it. I hope you resonate with this reading. Please let me know in the comment section below if you feel comfortable to. Also, don't be afraid to come back anytime in December to let me know how your month is going, whether something that we talked about in your reading is actually happening or is resonating in any weeks or days in the month. I'll be happy to read that. If not, it's totally fine. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. This will help my channel grow. Also, feel free to subscribe to never miss any reading I'm uploading. I post a new one every Saturday. I wish you all the best. Stay safe. Have a good time. Merry Christmas if you see this video near Christmas. And hopefully, I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Hello, Baltu. Welcome back. If you chose the Witch card or the Citrine Crystal, then this is your reading. Like I mentioned, we're going to look into your month of December. I was about to say November, so sorry about that. But yes, December, the last month of 2023. What can you expect? We're dividing your reading into 3 sections. The section 1 would be your career, section 2 would be your finances, and finally we're gonna look into your love life / social life. Just to mention, these two can be linked together, so I might say things about your finances in your career or things about your career in your finances. They're very close together. First off, before we dive in, I want to show you up close your overall cards for December. So the first is obviously the Witch, Experimentation and Rebellion. Look how beautiful. I just got these. I love them. And you also have the Muse, Generosity and Naivete. How do you say that? Naivete? Your naivety. I'm gonna say it in French. Naivety. Okay? So you already know. Look how beautiful. So these two are the overall vibe, if I can use this term for lack of a better one, for your month of December. The Muse card makes me think of celebration. Obviously, December is a month of celebration with Christmas. Hopefully you do celebrate it with other people. If not, to me that's sad, so I'm sorry. I hope you're happy whatever you're doing on Christmas or around this time of year. I hope it warms your heart and makes you happy. But it does make me think and feel about celebration, so you might have a lot of this in December. With experimentation, with the Witch, I feel like maybe some of you are doing things that you don't normally do this year in December. Obviously that could be very specific, but maybe you're trying new things. I'm just gonna show you again this little instrument here. Maybe some of you are starting a new instrument. I'm hearing singing for some of you, but it feels like you might be heading into something head first without really thinking about it, just for fun. So that could be really nice for you, pal, too. But we'll see. So I'm just gonna move your card and we're gonna start, like I mentioned, with your career. So you have the 9 of Wands. You have the 6 of Wands. Maybe there's a project you're very passionate about at work. Maybe some of you feel overwhelmed. Sorry. We have the Moon. Oh, I'm hearing some of you are finding your path, finding your call. Might be specific. The Queen of Swords. You're making up your mind for some of you. That's what I'm hearing. The Knight of Pentacles. You might have been hesitating between 2 things. With the Muse, you might be an artist. You might be into paintings, drawing, singing, playing instruments, like I mentioned, anything like that. It might not be what some people around you want you to be for a career, but there might be a chance for you to do that, or you're already doing that, and there is something new coming in that sphere of your life. But yeah, there is this overwhelming feeling with this one specifically. Sorry if I move the camera at the same time, pal, too. But even with the Moon, there is this sense of, okay, there's a lot going on right now, and I must choose something, and I don't know what to choose. So you're going to experiment. So yeah, the fun part that I had at the beginning could be that you don't really know where you're going. So you might be younger, maybe not. Maybe you're changing course in your life at the moment, whether it's because you do not have the choice to, or because you're taking that choice. But it does feel like you're going about it like head high, and you should. If you're not, if it's scary, I get it. if you feel lost. It's totally normal, but you should be proud of the experiment you're gonna make, of trying the things that you like and learning the things that you do not like, the things that you do not want for yourself about work. You should be proud about that. Yeah, again, I'm hearing you're making up your mind with the Queen of Swords. There might be somebody coming in to help you out, or an offer coming in with the Knight of Pentacles for some of you. Some of you showing you a generosity about something in your work. It could be that some of you, it might be specific, but with the Muse and the Nine of Wands here, I feel like some of you had enough about your work, that there's something, your workload was probably very, very heavy, and you're glad that the end is over, because maybe you have like a 2 weeks vacation that's coming on, or more. So maybe your workplace is closing for an X amount of time, and you're like, oh my god, I need this time to relax and to recharge before the next year, because you had a lot on your plate, and you're glad that it's over. That's what I'm hearing. But with these wands, the wands energy, and with the Muse and the Witch, I feel like some of you are creating something. I feel like some of you are going more into a creator mode. Again, taking charge of something, taking charge of your life by choosing where you want to go and what you want to do with your life. Maybe some of you are starting something from the ground up, and it's like taking a leap of faith for yourself, because you might feel not secure financially to do it, but you're taking a chance and you're doing it anyway, or you're doing not all of it, but a part of it, to see how well it could go. So kind of like launching a prototype of something, or a prototype of what your future company could be. Whatever the case is, it might be extremely specific, and I'm sorry if that's the case, but it does feel, the general idea of what I'm getting is some of you are taking charge of something. You're taking matter into your own hands about your career, about your work, about what you're doing. I feel like if it's not something, although for most of you I do feel like it's something you've been thinking about a lot, there is something here that you've been thinking about, that you've been meditating on, kind of like having a pro and cons list. If not, then you're definitely gonna have that. You're gonna start that, and once you make up your mind, there's no turning back. Once you've decided and you come out of this unknown territory, the decision is made. That's where you're going. That's where you're going. I don't feel like the decision is going to be made in December for most of you, though. But you're going there. Let's see your finances. I'm curious. I was gonna go, so I'm gonna leave this here. For your finances, we have Justice, the Five of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. It might be a rough month for some of you financially, especially with these two here. Even, honestly, just in general, if I'm being honest. So you might want to stick to a plan, even though Christmas is coming, so a lot of us are spending money for gifts and stuff like that. I just heard I just heard. I just lost it again. I keep losing the things that pass in my mind. So I'm very sorry about that about you. But it was about generosity. It was something about like you don't have to be too generous. You don't have to give too much. More in a sense of about the material aspect of life. You have to be cautious about it to not create more problems in your finances. For some of you, it might be difficult to resist spending money in the holidays, which is totally normal. But it might be kind of like the opportunity for yourself to make a test and to sticking to a plan, to sticking to a budget, and see that you can actually create the gifts or giving gifts to your family and friends and kids and whoever you need to, or whatever you're gonna do and how you're gonna spend your money in December. There is the sense that you can do the things you really have to or really want to without creating more problems. There might be, am I meaning like a test of, you might have this habit of going all in, but it's time to choose yourself in the long run and kind of like stopping or slowing down and realizing that you do not have to go all in that much. Might be specific. There might be money somewhere that you don't know about or that you're not seeing coming. But some of you, it might be like money that you're putting aside and you're in December, you're kind of contemplating the idea of using it or not. And if it's about something material that you want to use it, from what I'm getting, I would advise to not do so. But that's just what I'm getting. Still, there's the sense that there's something hidden, or there's something that you purposefully hide from yourself. And that could be an idea for some of you, especially if you're struggling and you tend to spend a lot. It could be a good idea to hide some money from your own self, like putting it somewhere in an account where when you open, let's say you have an app on your phone for your bank, that you're not seeing that money, so you're not tempted to spend it, and that helps you. That could be something for someone. So also the money that you're not seeing could be because of Christmas, a Christmas gift, or maybe you're winning something, maybe somebody offers you something. Overall, about your finances in December, I will be cautious. I will really try to stick to a plan, stick to a budget, finding ways to give if you really have to, if you really want to, but give that actually matters more in a personal way rather than just buying stuff. And I'm not judging when I say that. That's literally just what I'm getting. I have to make that clear. But just be cautious about your finances. But let's see now. Your social life. We're going into your social life, but if it's about your love life, then it will be specified, therefore I will tell you. But it will be both, or anyway, you'll see. We'll see together. So we have the Six of Pentacles. Again, generosity. The Devil. Capricorn, you might be a Capricorn or having this sign in your chart, or meeting someone with this sign, sorry. The Eight of Swords. And the Hermit. The Hermit is Virgo, so you could also be a Virgo or having this sign in your chart or meeting someone with this sign. Definitely feels like some of you are closing up cycles in December with other people, with someone specific in your life. The Hermit and the Witch and the Muse here makes me feel like some of you are going into hermit mode mostly in December. I'm kind of like seeing kind of like a movie of someone like going to a party, going into a celebration of some kind in the holidays, and then coming back and doing its own little hobbies. I feel like it's you in December. So you're still going to the parties, like I mentioned. You're still doing the things that you normally do in the holidays, or that are required from you to do in some way for some. But then you retreat into yourself to do the little things that makes you happy, that help you recharge. Because it feels like December could be like a month full of new things for you, full of life, full of colors, but also can be tiring, exhausting. So you do need that time to recharge in between the periods where you're around people that you have to do stuff that makes you tired. This one makes me feel with what I'm saying that you have to be more generous with yourself, with your energy in December. It's like, give yourself this gift. And don't give your time freely just to anybody. Even though I know it's a season to be generous, it's always actually a time to be generous, but it does feel like in December you need to be more selfish with your time and energy, or to do things to balance out what you're giving. I'm hearing that some of you are going out of a difficult relationship, or just going out of a relationship, whether you left somebody left you, whatever the case is. You might, it might be something that is happening right now. So that's why you need to process things and to go back into yourself. And for some of you, I kind of feel bad for saying that, but with these two, I feel like it's actually a good thing that it ended, because I'm hearing like you were not really yourself anymore. So if you resonate with this, it does feel like the holidays, your month of December, can, on a social level, can help you to ease what you're going through. I'm hearing, don't forget yourself. This might be something someone here needs to hear. Yeah, the witch card, and the going back, retreating back into yourself with the hermit and everything else. I feel like some of you are creating a safe place, sorry, for yourself. It might be something you already started, but some of you, I feel like you're starting this in December. Yeah, don't forget about yourself. That's what I'm hearing again. And I'm looking at the sun, and it does feel like it's something that some of you need to look for, like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like things will go well again. Things will not always be like they used to be. Like they're not gonna be always bad, or something like that. Honestly, part 2, that's pretty much all I have for you in regard of your reading. I hope you appreciate it. I hope you resonate with this reading. Please let me know in the comment section below if that's the case. Also, feel free to come back anytime in December to letting me know how your month is going by. If you don't, it's okay. If you do, I'll be happy to read what's going on in your life. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. This will help my channel grow. Also, feel free to subscribe to never miss any reading I'm uploading. I post a new one every Saturday. With that, I wish you all the best for you in regard of your month of December, but also in all the months that will follow. Take care of yourself, take time for yourself. I really strongly feel like it's something that you need to do in all areas of your life, starting now as soon as you're seeing this, but especially in December. So please do that. Be gentle and kind with yourself. Give yourself time to process whatever it is that you need to process. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye. Hello part 3, welcome back. If you chose the Catalyst card or the Moonstone, then this is your reading. Like I mentioned, today we're going to look into your month of December. What can you expect in your career, finances, and your social / love life to happen? We'll see more in depth in each of the section. I just have to mention again that for your social life, if there is something about your love life, I will mention it there, so we'll see where it takes us. First off, we're gonna quickly look at your general vibe for December. So the first one is the Catalyst with radical changes, taking control, but you also have the pathless or difficult decision, lack of direction. I just got this new deck. These cards are so beautiful. It feels like contradictory to me in a way, that you, on the one side there is radical change, taking control. It's like you it's final, you're doing something, you're going somewhere, but on the other, you don't know. So it might be you hesitating, it might be that your group is divided. It might be a phase where you used to know, now you don't know, or that you used to not know and now you do. But I guess we're gonna see more where this is taking us. So we're going to start with your career in December. You have the 10 of Cups, the Empress, you have the 7 of Swords, the Emperor, and you have the 9 of Cups. Yeah, the Emperor also makes me feel like somebody is taking a decision here. I'll be specific, but I feel like some of you are in between for your job. You might have started a job thinking, oh, this is just before something, so that something can be different from one person to another. And now it's been a while and you're like, okay, well, I'm not where I wanted to be, and you're changing direction for somebody, or you did, and now you're contemplating on the action you've made. That could be really specific too, okay? But that's what I'm getting right now. Okay, so I have something specific to say about the 7 of Swords. I just heard, I heard it in French, so I'm gonna try to find a version that you'll surely understand, but I might not have the right saying. But basically I heard burning the stick by both ends. I feel like some of you, that's what you're doing with your career, at your work, or that's something that you have been doing, and you're realizing it somehow in December, or you already know, but it's kind of like too much in December for some, and that's why there's a decision that needs to be made. But that also could be why that and your life in general might be why you seem to have a difficult time making a decision, because it could be, yeah, well, yes, I'm unhappy, but what else can I do? Like, I have things to pay. Maybe you have kids, maybe they have to go to school, maybe you are going back to school, or you currently are doing this. Maybe, there's so many reasons of why you could hesitate, and I feel like some of you, that's the case. But I also feel like and that could be for more than one person actually, because it's kind of a strong feeling. But I feel like this is the exact thing that pushes you to making a radical decision, making a radical change of, okay, now I have enough. So I'm just gonna risk it. I'm just gonna do something about it, because I can't do this anymore, basically. And for some, this could be leaving, this could be taking a vacation, like I mentioned earlier, and recharging, resourcing, going back to your source, which for a lot of you, I feel like it's your family or it's your friends. Yeah, actually, I think it's something that could be very beneficial for some of you. Well, actually, for all of you, if I'm being honest. Like, going back to your root, spending time with people you love, people who understand, spending even time with yourself, to going back to yourself in order to find the best way possible, for the next year, for what you're doing next. Still, I see that some of you're kind of thriving in a way. We have a lot of I'm gonna call them happy cards. We have the Ten of Cups, we have the Empress, we still have the Nine of Cups, and we even have the Emperor. We do have a couple here. So some of you are mastering something, or really stepping into your own power. But to come back to the part of you where it seems that for some of you, the area of your work in December seems to be a good one, seems to be something that makes you happy, something that makes you thrive, basically, like I mentioned. And it feels like it probably is for those of you who are kind of taking the lead into what's happening at work. So either you are a manager, either you are owner, anything like that. I feel like if you are in this position, even though there is hard times, it's not because you own a company, that you have your own employees, that there's no problem, there's no hard days. In fact, there's a lot of things to deal with, and I'm aware. And it feels like no matter what, you're very grateful, and you're actually happy to see how far you've come and how much you accomplished. So there is this division between your group. So depending on where you stand, you can choose kind of like the message that suits you best. But definitely a decision needs to be made in both of your group for you, pile 3. But let's see your finances. I want to know what's going on for you in December for this. We have the King of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Magician. Oh yeah, some of you are creating something. Again, I said mastering. Yeah, some of you, I feel like you will master something. And the Queen of Coins. I'd say most of you are dealing pretty well with your money next month. Oh, obviously in December there's Christmas, but I heard like you're Santa Claus, as I was looking at the Magician. So maybe some of you are planning to give a lot of gift to kids around you, people around you, and it's going to be highly appreciated, especially in regards of giving to the less fortunate, whether obviously I do not live in the US, so wherever you are from, because I'm from Canada, but where I'm from, in my city, and I think even in my province and probably others in Canada too, but I cannot speak for them. But in my province, we do have this thing of giving back to a lot of charities, but more specifically food around Christmas. There is this whole program of every company and probably even every school has kind of like boxes where you can come back at work with food that does not requires to be refrigerated, like noodles or cookies and pasta, you know, things like that. And you put them into boxes at your work or at school, and then somebody will give this to a charity, will give this to people who actually needs it, so they have food to eat. There are plenty of organization like this where I'm from. So if you know one in your area, you should do that. I feel like some of you will. I know it's not necessarily about finances, but I have this, so I had to say it. Also, some of you might be even able to give money back to people, whether it's in your close family or to a cause. That's always nice. But otherwise, yes, like I was saying, there is this sense that it might have been pretty good for you in regard to your finances. There might be moments where you get a little scared. Like maybe there's a moment where you're like, oh no, it's not doing so good. But then you come back to your senses and you check your stuff and it's actually pretty good. Again, we have a king, but also queen. Yeah, I just heard something. I don't even know if I can say this on YouTube, but I'm gonna risk it. Honestly, no, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna say an alternative. But basically, I heard you get your S together, and I feel like this is really strongly apparent in your reading for this section. Obviously, if you do not feel that way, then this is your clue to find a way to. This could be the radical change in the taking control aspect of your life that needs to be done for you. But otherwise, for most of you, I feel like this is already a situation or a sphere of your life that you are controlling well, that you're managing well, I should say, is a better word for what's going on with what I'm seeing. You might even have opportunities of receiving something with the Ace of Cups. I heard like showing off, but I don't feel like you're showing off your money. Especially with these two, I was looking at these two, there's something about them. But I don't have this feeling from you. And yet, that's what I heard, so. If you find it more difficult, if you are you're actually not resonating with the fact that it's doing well, and you're like, no, it's not, and you're more into the vibe of the Nine of Swords, you might, what you're receiving, it might be a chance of getting things better. So maybe you receive money as a gift, or you receive help from a loved one as a gift, or just because they care about you, anything like that. Because I really feel like the Nine of Swords energy is an energy that is temporary in your pal. Because it truly feels like it's not the main thing. I have something, and I don't know if it's like only about finances, although it could be, but it could easily be about something else. But I'm looking at all the ends here and just the rest of your card, and I felt something like you will be grabbed by a lot of people at the same time. Like everybody wants your attention, everybody wants something from you, kind of vibe. Obviously, like I mentioned, this could be about your finances. This could be if you're doing well and in comparison, your friends or family are not doing that much. There might be people around you who try to get better from you because of you. So I guess be aware of that. It could also be me tuning into something that is not related to money. But yeah, I feel like you're definitely gonna attract attention in some way. And there will be a lot of eyes on you, but a lot of people wanting to get something from you in December. So just be aware of that. We'll see your social life / love life. If that's the case, I'll clarify which one I'm talking about. I'm gonna put this one here, and you have the Two of Swords, the Lovers. If I'm not mistaken, the Lovers are Libra, right? I don't even trust my own mind now. I'll come back to this, okay? The Knight of Cups. But if it's not Libra, then maybe I have Libra because some of you are, or you have this as an important placement in your chart. The Four of Swords. And Death. Yeah, these two, even these two plus Death, I feel like there's something about that. It's kind of fitting with your pal. That's the sensation. That's the feeling, sorry. Otherwise, Death is Scorpio, and that's not Libra. That's Gemini. Gemini. Maybe you have Gemini placement. Maybe you are Gemini, your Sun, Moon, Scorpio, Venus, Mars. Could be a Gemini, or somebody around you. So yeah, like I mentioned, there's something about these. There's something, even with the Two of Swords, I feel like maybe some of you, you've been ignoring your emotions, you've been ignoring a situation or something. And you're kind of, I feel like some of you are kind of like hurting your own feelings. Yeah, I feel like that this, what I'm saying, it goes with some of you are lost, basically. Some of you are like, I don't know, like, which way do I go? What am I supposed to do? I feel like on a social level, on an emotional level, it's also the same. It's like, I don't know. I don't even know what's going on anymore, like with myself or with my life. But it could also be something that you used to be like, something that you used to feel. Because there's definitely a possibility here of meeting somebody with the Knight of Cups, somebody coming in. This genuinely represents somebody, and then we have the Lovers. So for some of you, yeah, I mean, someone seems to be coming in. It doesn't have to be a lover though. It could. But it doesn't have to be. I feel like there's somebody here, or maybe it's more than one person, that is looking into a friend or is looking into somebody that you feel like has wronged you in some way. Maybe some of you are cutting friendship off. Maybe it's something that some of you have been avoiding for a long time because you're not sure if you're doing the right thing. You're not sure if you're supposed to do this, if you're gonna regret it or not. You're not sure if what you think this person has done or said is true or not. And for those of you who resonate with this, it feels like this friendship or this thing will end because you're not hallucinating. So you're finally making a decision. Some of you might receive a message about someone I just heard, I can't ignore the elephant in the room anymore. I feel like there's something about hidden things or secrets in your pal, and you're trying to discover them. You're trying to get to the bottom. You're trying to, as if like you're trying to clear off something in order to have space. Sorry, I was moving the camera, but you know when I was saying like in the finances part towards the end, that there was this thing about attention. I feel like you're gonna have a lot of attention, but not by the right people. And you're kind of seeing this now in December. So there might be a moment where you have like a breaking point, or where you have like a realization about certain people around you. And it might hurt, honestly. If it's not already happened and you resonate with this part, it might hurt. But I feel like it's gonna give you the sense of direction that you need to take now. Honesty is better than anything, but there's another word that I forgot. Honesty is better than pretending. That's what I'm hearing now. I feel like socially, December will be, I heard heavy, but also heard reboot. I feel like you're gonna discover a lot of things, but you might not act on it in December. But it's gonna like show you what direction you need to take. But I feel like some of you will do it afterward because of like the holidays, and maybe you don't want to create problems or anything like that. It might be specific. Maybe you're just like, no, I'm done with the bullshit and it's over. But also, so something specific that is very, very different that I just heard is Secret Santa. With death and like the figuring out, I feel like on a completely different level, completely different subject. I feel like some of you, this is something that you're doing with your friends or coworkers, and that might be a sign that this is the right pal or something. And also, for some reason, when I'm looking at the eagles coming towards him, I feel like this is like people coming towards you in December. Even with the lovers, with the Beauty and the Beast. First of all, Beauty and the Beast could be significant. Dog, cat too. Obviously horses and wolf, but I heard like, not heard, but see like a dog and a cat at the same time. And I kind of have this vision of somebody going into a friend's house or a parent's house, and you're there for the dog or the cat. Like you're happy to be around the dog or the cat. Oh, you could receive letter too. Honestly, pile 3, this is pretty much all I have in regard of your reading. I hope you resonate with this reading. I hope you liked it. Please let me know in the comment section below if you feel comfortable to. Feel free to come back at any time in the month of December to tell me how is it going, if you feel all right, if you have fun, if any of your reading that resonated is happening or not. I would be happy to read your comment. If not, it's also totally fine. I hope to catch you on the next one. But also feel free to leave a thumbs up if you like the video. It really helps my channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe to never miss any reading I'm uploading. I post a new one every Saturday. I wish you all the best in the journey that will be your month of December. Please take care of yourself. Take time to, I heard retaliate your energy, but just re-energize and refocus your attention on yourself and make sure that you are taken care of by yourself first. I wish you all the best and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.